Friends, 520 days war. Secretary General UNO Guterres has said that era of global warming is over as now we have era of global boiling. Various reports, analysis and the present indications show that the Ukraine has started second phase of counteroffensive on which Putin has said that it is vested as far as the Ukrainian army's effort is concerned. However, in south, the Ukrainians have managed some important breakthrough. In Remivka salient, the Ukrainians moved towards Staromyorsk, and as one of the reports says that it has been taken over by the Ukrainians. However, there is no confirmation on that, though they are also threatening on its flanks towards Eurozone. In western Zaporizhia direction also, towards Orikho-Rabotino, the Ukrainians have made some gains, though after initial gains or renewed counteroffensive, the momentum has reduced and becoming a positional warfare, but it is still too early to say so. One of the pro-Russian analysts say the DPR forces, that is Donetsk People's Republican, seems to be worn out fighting since 2014 onwards, even though now have merged within the Russian army. Nonetheless, it is to be seen how the Zaporizhia front moves forward or unfolds in the future. In the counteroffensive in the southern direction, Ukrainians have lost fifth of NATO equipment supplied as per Financial Times. And as far as troops are concerned, they have incurred heavy losses. And it's not that the Russians have not, but I do not have any ready data for either side. Coming to north, Ukraine again tried to attack Moscow with a drone. However, that was shot down. And as far as the Russian offensive are concerned, on Swatovo-Crimea line, the Russians are consolidating their position from Relhorodka, Sarhivka, Novohorivka down to Torsky, all on Karmazynivka front. They are holding Nadia and of course trying to move westward, where the Ukrainians have managed reinforcements as well as artillery firepower to neutralize the Russians' further advancement. They are also continuing their counterattacks on west of Kuzmovka. And due all these offensive, the Ukrainians are forced to bring their reinforcements from Spornoye, Berestoye, Siversk. In east on Bakhmut front, after the Ukrainians managed to enter, at least in the outskirts of Klishchivka, the Russians carried out counterattacks and neutralized what the Ukrainians had gained. The Russians also managed to gain towards Siversky north in the forestry area. Marinka heavy counter-battery operations are reported and nothing special from Avdivka or Ugledar. In nutshell, the Ukrainian forces managed to have some gains in south. In east, by and large, the situation remained neutral, and in north, Russians managed some territory. However, in the entire long battle line, the attrition rate for the men and material is very high, where the counter-interdiction missions taking heavy toll, where even the artilleries with ranges of more than 100 kilometers is causing havoc, and which accuracy is with almost zero error, and there is no hope of peace in the given time frame and given geopolitical situation in near future. In the meantime, in St. Petersburg, where the Russian-African summit was going on, the chairman of African Union Commission has said that they are very grateful to Putin for all the support. Also, forces behind the military coup in Niger and what were their intentions, whom they wanted to remove and whom they wanted to bring, is yet not very clear to me. We need to wait for the final outcome. By the way, Prigozhin was also there in St. Petersburg, meeting many African leaders. Lastly, Japan and many other countries are going to increase their defense budget, where 90% of the Earthians are facing shortage of basics. And that's all from my side. Thank you, friends.